Take two of my Spider-Man No Way Home 2021 review, aka Sucks to be Spider-Man, aka Sucks to be me, because my dingleberry neighbors kept making noise. Before I get into that, let me remind you, of course, that for every 1,000 subscribers I get, I do purchase something like one of these bracelets from the company 4Ocean. 4Ocean pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time I do that, so if you would be so kind as to comment, like, and subscribe, you'll be doing your part for a better world. Now on to the movie. Now we all know... no, I don't. I did not see Spider-Man Far From Home. I meant to see it. I just never did. So the events of that movie are lost to me. I do know that at the beginning of this movie, Spider-Man has been accused of killing Mysterio, and everybody is upset with Spider-Man for killing Mysterio, and Spider-Man is a rock star celebrity, but it also ruined his life, and people are going, we don't want Spider-Man to go to this college. And worst of all, it has hurt his two best friends. So Spider-Man goes over to Doctor Strange and says, hey, Doctor Strange, can you fix this? And Doctor Strange, being the guy that always sticks his nose where it doesn't belong, tries to fix this. And now we have Spider-Man and Spider-Man villains from other movies showing up in this one to fight Spider-Man. And Spider-Man, being a hero, he's got to try to do the right thing. He's got to try to save them from the maladies that make them bad guys. Alright, so, as I say, this movie should be called Sucks to be Spider-Man, because a lot of things that suck happen to Spider-Man in this movie. Spider-Men, in fact, in this movie. And there are a huge number of callbacks to other movies. Most of them I haven't seen. I realize, I have only reviewed one other Spider-Man movie. I think it was a Spider-Man. Yeah, something like that. I've only reviewed, one Spider-Man movie on this channel. So that's it. I've seen the original series back in the early 2000s. And I saw... did not see the middle series, so that Spider-Man is completely alien to me, the one that fought the Rhino. I know he fought the Rhino, but I never saw the movie. And then this Spider-Man, he's Spider-Man, so yes. So the other two Spider-Mans show up, they have a reasonable part to play. They are not just there making cameos. I will make the statement here that whereas the banter between the Spider-Men seems to be genuine, it kind of slows the movie down. It's like, there's that one scene, sort of the definitive scene of this Spider-Man was when he fights Winter Soldier and says, you have a robotic arm? That's awesome! And yes, okay, you get it. He's a kid, he's young, he's inexperienced, alright? But the other two Spider-Men, presumably, they didn't get... well, maybe they did just get plucked right out of the movies. We don't know. So maybe they're the same age or not all that much older than this guy. Maybe they're still kids themselves. And that's why that sort of business happens there. But I don't feel they were given the distinct enough personalities between them to be Spider-Man. It's like I think that the older Spider-Man should have been the guy that says, okay, I've seen some business, and this is what we're going to do here, and this is what we're going to do there, as opposed to the Spider-Man of this universe being the guy who's saying, I'm the one calling the shots. There is, obviously this Spider-Man has fought some pretty big foes. They all have, but never was he the leader character. And I guess in the other Spider universes, the only existing superhero was Spider-Man, which, kind of says a lot. So there you have it. I mean, Spider-Man is not so much a team player as the Spider-Man of the current MCU. And, that's fine, but again, I would have expected a little different. Anyway, but that shouldn't detract from your enjoyment of this film. I mean, it's Dr. Octopus is probably one of the highlights. He is the middle ground much of the time between the heroes and the villains. He's a great tool for communication, as is the Green Goblin and Osborn. Both of those characters shine. I mean, William Dafoe is a national treasure. He is great in everything he does. I've always enjoyed his work. Even when what he's in is pretty terrible, he is very good at it. And this is not terrible at all. So you've got a solid movie with a great star-studded cast, a bunch of people we know, and then the CGI is really well done. Every shot feels very Spider-Man, and every Spider-Man, feels very real. The action sequences where they are coming together, they are maybe not 100% the best ever, but they are still very good. This is a solid Spider-Man film, and in fact, I'm saying the way you should see this film, you should definitely see this in theaters. Okay, this goes high on your watch list. It's not quite a must-watch because let's be honest, you're going to see this eventually. It's one of those films that's going to bob around until eventually you do see it. But this is one of the solid parts of the Spider-Man universe. I never saw Emo Peter Spider-Man. I don't even remember which Spider-Man does that. But, I mean, I didn't see that movie. So most of the ones that weren't good, I didn't see. So there's that thing for you. But yes, the dynamics of this movie, how the characters interlock and interfit, and how you see the whole of Spider-Man's rogues gallery, all wonderful things, all very well done. I will say that there's good parts of this movie, there's slow parts of this movie. There are no real bad parts of this movie. It's fun to see a lot of these characters back, but definitely the takeaway from this is, oh, does it suck to be Spider-Man? Ugh. I mean, with great power comes great responsibility, yeah, but with great power should not come ball-rending pain. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I'd love to hear yours. Down in the comments below. I'm Richard.
Hello there. This is El Moso Fabuloso, and I would just like to say, have you noticed how ridiculously sexy Richard is? Well, yes, he is sexy, and he is helping the environment. Promised to take a pound of trash out of the ocean through the company 4Ocean. Once he's monetized for every 1,000 subscribers he gets. He's already paid for 2 pounds, and as I film this, not even 2,000 subscribers and not monetized. So he is just an absolutely fabulous, sexy man, and you lucky dog, you can make him even more sexy by commenting and liking this video and giving him that thumbs up, and then subscribing and letting everybody know how absolutely sexy he is. Let's make Richard the sexiest man on earth, because we all know he is already. All right, we all know he deserves that. So yes, oh, so sexy. Comment, like, subscribe. I'm sexy too. Sexy in blue.